Greetings, Patches. I heard you... Who the hell are you?
I am Kitler! All shall quiver before my mighty wrath!
I think you got the wrong video.
My mighty army shall goose-step across your borders and seize the land for us!
That's wonderful. Great. So did you see the brown and black cat when you...
Fear me, O mortals, for I shall blitzkrieg through your defenses!
So, no. But it sounds like you're a fan of this game, too.
Memoir 44 is the instrument through which I shall conquer this world!
Yes! You get it! I always have to teach Patches and...
I shall be Germany, wreaking havoc throughout the land!
Actually, that's my side. You can be...
I shall be Germany! I have annexed them for myself!
Okay. I'll be... the Americans. We can do the American advance through Operation Cobra.
You American pig dog shall die painfully!
Dogs where?
No time! We must do battle! Your soldiers must die!
Geez, someone needs to get you a Valium.
We begin play now! Speak, narrator!
Yes, okay, Scary Kitten. Today's battle finds the Germans trying to hold a thin defensive line against a large American advance. This was during the American push towards Berlin. The Americans have a lot of infantry with 2 blocks of armor supporting them. The Germans have reinforcements of Tiger tanks and infantry coming up from the rear. The Americans are trying to get into 2 towns and will get extra points if they do. The Germans are just trying to shoot them down as they go.
Yes, and there shall be many American bodies littering the fields this evening.
You seriously need to chill out, brah. The Americans begin by moving 3 units up to the left into the bocage. The Germans move infantry into the town they're defending and maneuver out their Tiger tanks. The Americans move all of their units up the center, firing into the Germans and getting first blood. The Germans counter with an all-out assault on the left, moving forward. The Americans continue in the center, pushing more forward and whittling down the forward infantry to almost nothing. The Germans fire with their skirmish formation infantry. The American armor moves up and forces the Germans out of their foxholes among the bocage, then blasts them out in the open, getting the first point. The Germans do an armored assault, but the Americans have an ambush set up for them. They follow this up with a copy of the armored assault, pressing forward their Shermans into the face of the Tigers, or no doubt behind the Tigers, as their front is the last place you want to be in a Sherman. The American armor pushes the Tigers all the way back to the edge of the battlefield. The Germans play move out, which gives their infantry the chance to move into the bocage and take potshots. They get a flag, which would be a retreat, except the Americans are bunched up now, and they have to take a flag as a casualty. All along the line, they pick off individual units one by one. The Americans do a big infantry assault, pushing back one of the German units in the center, and damaging another in the bocage right beside one of the towns. Looking over the entire battlefield, the Americans have pushed far in the center, but the Germans have pushed forward on the flanks, and it's beginning to look like an envelopment. The envelopment begins to take effect as the Germans fire on the Americans from all sides, and manage to rack up a point, and kill a lot of infantry. And another part of the tank unit.
What do you have to say for yourself now, American pigs?
You need help.
We shall crush them with the vice grip of fascism. Your cries for mercy shall be ignored.
Can I get you some catnip or something?
Go and cry to your mommies. I shall now put you out of your misery.
That doesn't even make sense. And now the Americans come back from behind enemy lines. An infantry unit runs up, shoots at a tank, destroying one piece and causing the other to retreat off the board. Then the Americans run into the town, thus taking 2 points in one turn. What a comeback! The Germans activate everything on their right flank, moving on the Americans and shooting 2 of the stands down. The Americans do a pincer move to maneuver some of their side units. The Germans counterattack with the same maneuver, picking away at the Americans. The Americans come back with air power, which strafe over the Germans, taking out one of their units, making the score 4-1 on the side of the Americans. The Germans pull back a little on the left flank. On the same flank, the Shermans provide cover fire while the infantry runs into the bocage. The Germans continue to try to maneuver, but the Americans roll up their tanks and decimate one more unit, giving them the 5th point.
Shenanigans!
There were no shenanigans. You lost fair and square.
I must triumph!
Hey, Snowball, what's going on in here? Patches, do you know who this cat is?
Narf, is he a friend of yours?
I thought he was yours. He shamelessly pushed his way in here and took over my side of the board.
That's almost as shameless as throwing cats into your video to get more views. You may have ruled today, but we shall ultimately triumph.
I think he needs help. That's what I said. But we'll have to do that tomorrow night.
Why, Snowball? What are we gonna do tomorrow night?
The same thing we do every night, Patches. Try to take over the world. Using Memoir 44. their patches, and snowball, ball, 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 ball.